Hello friends, I was wondering how these fountains actually work. Then I got to know about these devices called as pumps. Pumps, though, are very simple devices, but their uses are very versatile in the fields of chemical engineering, in industry, and in households too. So, we, the Group 9, are here to tell you about various kinds of pumps which are found in household, industries, and chemical engineering applications.
This is a reciprocating pump. It is a positive displacement pump which uses piston moving back and forth to transfer fluid. The main components include the cylinder inside which fluid displacement occurs, this piston which is connected to a piston rod which reciprocates horizontally. This crank and connecting rod mechanism converts rotary motion into reciprocating motion. The suction and delivery valves which opens and closes automatically to control flow direction.
This pump works on two-stroke process. The backward motion of this rod creates a vacuum inside the cylinder and sucks liquid in, and the forward motion of this rod compresses the liquid and forces the liquid at high pressure. These pumps are ideal for high pressure applications like boiler feed operation and hydraulic operation.
Underway is a magnetic pump. The magnetic pump works on the basic principles of electromagnetism. It contains two magnetic rings, an outer magnetic ring and an inner magnetic ring. The outer magnetic ring is connected to an electric motor and an inner magnetic ring is connected to a impeller. Like here, this is I have in my hands. Now, as we switch on the electric motor, the outer magnetic ring starts rotating, due to which it creates eddy currents in the smaller magnetic ring, which creates the effect of attraction between the two magnets. After a negligible amount of time, the smaller magnetic ring starts rotating with the same angular velocity as that of the outer one. Now, as I said before, the inner magnetic ring is connected to the impeller. Now, as the inner magnetic ring starts rotating, the impeller also starts rotating, which pushes the liquid forward, hence the liquid getting pumped.
The advantage of this pump is that it transfers the liquid without any direct contact between the motor and the liquid, so it does not leak, which makes it very safe for handling dangerous and corrosive liquid.
This is the cross-sectional view of a centrifugal pump. We see this is the discharge nozzle, this is the entry tube. We can see this is the impeller that rotates. We have a shaft over here which rotates the impeller like this. This is the casing. Water enters through the suction pipe and goes into the centrifugal pump which was shown before in the cross-sectional view. These are two pumps. These both can be connected in series as well as parallel. This is the energy motor, and this here RPM is displayed. When we increase the RPM, the flow of the water increases.
So this is peristaltic pump. This pump is used to have like small flow rates flow because like it takes the flow of the fluid and it quantizes it in packets. Like one packet of fluid is extracted from the tank from which we are transporting the fluid, and then it is gone to the other tank. So the flow is like we can control the flow to be like very small, and it is used for like in the application where we need like low flow rate kind of things. So like the working of this pump is ki this thing rotates, this silicon pump rotates, and then there's a gearbox inside, so this rotates accordingly, and then this mechanism creates a packet, and this packet goes to the from one container to the other container. So yeah, this is peristaltic pump.
So next up we have gear pumps. There are two types of gear pumps, one internal gear pump and one external gear pump. This is a model of external gear pump. It has two gears, one drive gear and one driven gear. The design are fairly identical, but they rotate against each other. The drive gear is rotated by the motor and the driven gear messes out with the drive gear and is rotated by the drive gear.
So how does an external gear pump actually work? Here we have a working external gear pump. So what it does is sucks the slurry inside, and slurry is sucked inside the gear pump at a lower pressure, and the fluid gets sucked between the gear teeth and the pump casing, and then it gets squeezed out of the pump at a higher pressure, and that basically it is the working of the pump. The external gear pump is suitable for high viscosity fluids like lubricating oils, fuel oils, and polymer solutions, etc.
In the internal gear pump, there it also consists of two gears. The outer gear is called the rotor, and the internal gear is called idler. Basically, there is a crescent-shaped divider which divides the outer gear and the inner gear, so the liquid can flow from one side to the another.
So as you saw in the previous video, we explored different types of pumps, and there are a lot more pumps to yet to explore. Pump, a simple device, yet it is so useful in various different kind of processes and places. It has wide applications ranging from all the ways to small laboratories to conduct small experiments, all the ways to industries to conduct real world applications and to be used in real life processes. That was it for our CSE 201 project, where we explore different type of pumps. Thank you from our whole group.
ये बड़ा फिर हमारे पास ये मीटर है, हमको फ्लो बताता है। तो ये हमारा पूरा पंप है।
एप्रन पहन लो, आप लोग जाओ, सब लोग एप्रन पहन लो।
भैया पानी कहाँ से कहाँ जा